This episode is sponsored by Moonlight Liquor, located 265 North Moonlight Road, Gardner, Kansas. Open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Moonlight Liquor is the biggest around with a square footage of 10,000 feet. They carry 48 cooler doors full of domestic and imported beer, a huge craft selection, including local breweries, also accessible through the walk-in cooler. They carry a wide selection of domestic and imported wines, including local wineries and an organic and sustainable wine selection. And of course, a massive selection of spirits and liqueurs.
And for you cigar fans, like myself, Moonlight Liquor has a walk-in humidor that carries a nice variety of over 30 cigar brands. With that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Modcast. That was good, Mark. But you know what? I was supposed to use mine.
Well, try it out then.
Can we try that again?
I guess it's your show.
Let's try again.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Modcast. Hear the people whistling out there?
It sounds like they're clapping outside in the wind.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
Are you going to be distracted by this?
Who, me?
Yeah, now that it's forward.
What, the screen?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I'm just making sure because the people may not know this, but today Chris is unavailable. Our man on the wheels of steel cannot make it today, so I'm controlling the board, which means our monitor is directly in front of us. So don't be looking at the screen if you can help it.
You mean you're the one that's going to be looking at the screen?
I will be, but I'll have to.
But
I've been used to it, though. I'm used to not doing it.
No, I'll try not to look at the screen.
All right, then.
Okay, sorry. I was looking at the screen. But yes, the man on the wheels is still Chris, no H, is taking a break today. Well, he's taking a break from us because it's Thanksgiving week.
So we gave him the week off?
So we gave him the week off, yeah.
Wow.
No pay.
No pay.
No pay, no H, no Chris.
Yeah.
So.
Before we get anything, or before we introduce our guest today,
yes.
Dad, I want to give a quick shout out. So this episode comes out on I believe the 28th. Today is the 28th, but
correct.
Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. The day after is my dad's birthday.
What? Thank you. Oh,
yeah. Turned 60.
It was my turn.
How did you turn?
Okay, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, giving a quick shout out before I
And so I will give a quick shout out to my niece, Diami. Diami's birthday. No, you're good. We could get a whole crowd going. And, of course, Jairo.
Yeah,
Jairo
it's on your birthday as well. Okay.
Yeah, he's on.
A lot of November
birthdays.
birthdays.
Did you not? Ricky's little boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nephew
awesome.
Ricky. Yeah, his little boy. So, yeah, there's all
everybody's-
kinds of birthdays on the 25th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So everybody out there, if you're just seeing this or didn't know, hopefully you can wish my dad a happy birthday in the comments.
Yes, please. Yeah, and then I'm 50. There's my calculator.
You don't need your calculator. Just you were
1970.
Wait, you were 19. You were born in 1970. Just do math.
Okay.
What is
I can't do math,
dude? What do you mean?
My math sucks. I can't. Now I'm 52 years old. And
from 1970 to 2000 is 30 years. It is currently 2022. So 30
22.
plus 22.
See how we do the math here?
Well,
okay. No, that was good. Thank you.
Wait, 52? That doesn't sound right.
I'm 52.
Oh. I thought you were older.
I look older than that.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, let's get on with it.
Anyway, yeah, let's get on with the show. Let me introduce my beautiful primas, Maria Paez and DeCaigny.
Nope.
Damn it! DeCaigny.
No.
Like how you say it? Leticia.
DeCaigny.
God, I always mess that up. I'm sorry, Letty. You want me to do it over?
You're not the only one.
Like the old vice president?
DeCaigny. And I even announced
the G
it.
silent.
Oh.
And how many times have I announced it? I announced it in Diami's 15, I announced it in your guys' wedding.
You got it wrong at the wedding?
Huh?
You got it wrong at the wedding?
No, I got it right because I had to practice.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
So I was thinking,
Yes.
if I was a teacher and I had to like show the kids how to say the name,
Yeah.
I thought the letter D and then K and then have a picture of the knee, DeCaigny.
DeCaigny.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly.
So
That's
maybe
exactly. Right.
you'll remember that next time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to start learning how to do that. DeCaigny.
DeCaigny.
But when you read it, it's like I messed it up. But I said DeCaigny. I don't know why I don't know how they. But anyway, welcome to the show, ladies. I'm glad you girls are here.
We're happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been what episode, Mark? 20.
This is 26.
This is the 26th episode. So it took you guys 26 episodes to get here.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's early.
Doesn't matter. We're
It
here.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But how was the drive? I know you Maria, you're about what 40 miles from here,
Yes.
and Letty, you're about 70.
But I came from work.
But you came from work, yeah.
So that was like,
Closer.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You came in with your coffee. Maria came in with her truly
Well, I mean, it was an espresso that I had.
espresso.
Espresso.
Oh yeah, we talked
No
about
X.
this.
No
Like
Espresso.
Chris, no H, espresso, no
Yeah,
X.
that's a mocha with espresso and oats milk. And today is National Espresso Day. I just figured that out after I bought it.
And you say oatmeal?
Oats milk.
Oat milk.
Oh, it's another one of those G's are silent because, no, it's not goat milk, it's oat milk, right?
For real? So it's goat milk.
Oh.
The G is
what
silent.
From
The G is
oats,
silent.
like oatmeal.
Like an oak tree.
Like
OAT, oats.
Oat. I like to oat.
opals and
Bananas.
bananas. Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time.
I like to oat. You know that, right? Have you heard that?
It's an old nursery.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
It teaches kids their vowels. That's all it is. Yeah, so they go through the whole alphabet. Like A, O, B. Yeah, all that's new.
Yes. Traffic clear. Everything good. Maria, traffic
It was good. Yeah. It was actually pretty light, which was surprising. But yeah, it was light.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, I think it's because a lot of people aren't working,
Yeah.
like yourself and me.
Right. But earlier there was a lot of traffic earlier.
Was there?
But today was not.
Up north?
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
It was crazy. Well, there's always like traffic up north, right?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. But it wasn't too bad, like I said this evening, which was really surprising. I always think 35 is always pretty bad, but it's not too bad. It wasn't bad at all. I was really surprised.
Yeah. Honestly, when I know when I've driven up north, it doesn't seem like it's too much. I mean, there's a lot of traffic, but it flows.
It does.
But then they close that one exit here during the summer, right?
It's completely open now.
Everything's open.
Everything's open now. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Thank goodness.
I know, because I know the times that we would go up to your house, we'd have to take like the six roundabouts just to get. I mean, I would get dizzy, and then it's just crazy.
What
and
takes
I do
you
not
5 minutes to get there? It
Yes.
takes you an hour and a half.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do not like roundabouts.
Yeah.
Real quick, of course, we're related. Gotta let everybody out there know we're related. Let's let the people know how. Go ahead, Maria.
My mom and your brother, or your dad. I'm sorry,
My
your
brother.
brother. Yeah, my mom, your mom and your dad were brother and sister. Yeah.
What?
So
Wait, my
my
dad.
mom, your dad,
Yes.
and my mom.
Yes,
A
brother
brother.
and sister.
Uh-huh.
And Leticia.
My dad and your dad are brothers.
Yeah. So my Uncle Danny. Shout out to my Uncle Danny and my Tia Lupe out there. Hopefully you guys are watching. That'd be cool.
Well, and then Letty's dad and my mom are brother and sister.
Ah, true that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And Marcos, how are you related?
I might be your son.
You might be my son.
might be your
Yeah, that goes back to an episode.
Go back 23 years.
Yeah.
What a complicated story. With every time there's a cousin on, there's a new way that they explain that they're related. And every time I hear it, it gets more and more complicated.
Did we happen to be there when he was in Mexico at that time? You were in Mexico, right? That's where the story started.
All right, so you did hear that story. Okay.
Yeah, I did hear the story.
I don't know if Maria, I'm sorry. Did you hear that story?
No.
It's we'll have to get back to that episode.
I could do another flashback like last time.
Okay, go ahead, let's do it.
All right. Watch the flashback right here, and then you'll see where the story comes.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. What time of year was this?
It was in the summer.
Summer?
Time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we
Never mind. I was about to say something.
We went and play ball, and then we took off to El Paso. Then we went to Juarez to go visit Theo Andy and Grandma.
I was asking because I was wondering, because like depending on the time, if this was 1998 and this was sometime in the earlier part of the season, I may have been concepted in Juarez.
Well, you know what that means. I wasn't in town. And see, what the shit?
Oh my god, that explains why I'm so much bigger than everybody else in the family.
I knew it. See, that's what I would say. Who's your daddy? Yeah. So.
Oh, righty then.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a funny bit. It was with Jaime and Donna.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were sitting there talking to them, and that came up, and yeah, it's pretty funny. You have to check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, but girls staying busy.
Yes.
Yes, work wise.
Yes.
Yeah. How was your summer?
My summer was great with the pool that we built last fall. So yeah, it was great. It was real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Letty, what'd you do this summer?
Wow. What did I do?
Do a lot.
I just worked.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I haven't worked full time.
Please don't lie to me.
Wow.
I want you to be honest.
I haven't worked full time in a while, so this is
all
my first time getting back like a 40-hour job.
Oh, really?
Started since March.
It sucks, right?
Oh man, yeah. So
I mean, especially if you're going the distance.
Monday through Thursdays we have long days, so we can get off early on Fridays. So I do like the early Fridays. Start your weekend early.
Okay, so you get out of work early on Fridays.
Yes.
Okay.
But would you post though? It sounds like your job's exciting.
It is. I mean, planning events and happy hours, and there's some things, a lot of admin stuff, but there's a lot of fun stuff too.
I like your happy hour. Seems like happy hours every day at your place.
Yeah, and then we'll have lunch and learns where a vendor will come in and pay for dinner.
Who's Lavander?
Yeah, they're random vendors.
Oh, vendor.
Vendors.
Oh.
I
thought you said, and then Lavander comes in, like Evander Holyfield or Lavender.
Lavender Ball.
Lavender Ball. Yeah, I was like, Lavander? Okay.
Yeah.
So vendors come in and.
Yeah, I didn't know how it worked, but somebody in the office says, hey, can you coordinate with this guy to order lunch? I'm like, sure. And so I'm like, hey, just coordinating lunch. What's your budget? And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. If you have 100 people, then I'll get food for 100 people. Like that. What do you guys want? And so at first they're like, oh yeah, we're thinking of just like some good sandwiches. And then so when I called back one of the vendors back, I said, are you local or out of town?
Like crazy?
Local, yeah.
Local? Are you crazy making all those damn sandwiches? Man.
So he's like, no, I'm from North Carolina. He said, but
dang, that's a hell of a drive to bring sandwiches.
For Mr. Goodson's.
That's an Uber Eats from out of town.
Well, he's from over there. He's coming. I ordered the food from here.
Okay.
So,
if you want a sandwich that can go a long distance, you need Subway.
Right.
Yeah. Do we have Subways here?
Yeah, we got Subways here. No, that's just the pun of the joke was that it's never.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about literally Subways.
Anyways, he says, every time I go, I like to have barbecue every day. I'm going to be there for 5 days. I said, fine, we're getting you some barbecue. Dang. He's like, no, you don't have to. I was like, no, we are. Yeah. So we had barbecue.
So, and where did you get the barbecue from?
Casey Joe's.
Because it's closer to the area, right? I mean, you go with somebody closer?
Yes. So Kansas City Joe's, sometimes there's Jack Stacks, and the other option they were thinking was Q39.
Q39. I haven't tried. I haven't been there.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like
really?
it. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And what is it? That's also a barbecue spot?
Mm-hmm.
Q39.
Yeah. It's on the street from KU.
Oh, okay. Because it's on 39th Street.
Yep. They will have one out here.
Oh, that was a Taco Bell. That was a Taco Bell. Sorry.
Yeah, they have one out here south, and I think it's Overland Park.
Okay.
Like off College in Antioch, I think.
There's a couple places.
Yeah. But that's the only restaurant, Q39, because it's on 39. It's not a chain or anything like that?
There's two.
Oh, so there is one.
The one off, I think it's Antioch and College, but somewhere around there. Yeah.
And it's still called 39th.
Well, probably the first one was on 39th Street.
Right, the original one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Makes sense. Back to you, Maria, the pool. How'd that go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out there every single
Well,
day.
I remember it was like still 45, 50 degrees. And, oh, yeah, I'm going to open the pool up. Girl, it's too damn cold.
It's heated.
It's a heated pool?
It's a heated pool.
Dang.
Yeah.
Did you guys use it in the cold?
Yeah, no.
Right? I know.
No. I mean, a lot of people asked us if we did, but we didn't.
No.
It's just, I mean, it got too lonely just being out there by yourself. And then you're like, there's nobody out here.
Yeah.
No. There was times when it was, cold or when the temperature dropped and we turned the heater on and I was still out there, but yeah, I didn't use it during this time. Like we probably could have used it during this week. I mean, we had beautiful weather this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't use it.
And then your job, you get the summers off, right?
No.
No, you don't get the summers off.
No.
But you get less hours.
No.
Less people.
No.
Jeez, I'm striking out. I just
you
struck
work
out.
the same job year round.
Yes.
No bueno. No
Yeah,
bueno.
No,
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't understand. Working for school district and working in the main office, we close year end of one school year, but we're also opening up the new school year. So closing books from 1 year
And then getting ready for the next one.
Yeah, and that's our busiest is during the summer.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys get yearbooks made for you
No.
for all the
for
your
no. No, we do what you call the financial book, which is all the finance books it's everything that has to deal with finance within the school district, and it's obviously public, and it's actually thick like a yearbook, so it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And it keeps us all busy. So that's what makes us busy during the summer.
Yeah.
Is working that, closing your the books, the financial books, and then opening up for the following year. We do get what you call summer hours, where we work 4 10-hour days, and then they'll give us a Friday off. And it's up to us if we get a Monday off or a Friday off. But we're still busy and swamped. So,
Wow. Did you get all that, Marcos?
I don't know.
That was good, Maria.
yeah. So
Yeah, because you lost me.
yeah.
It's so much.
The only time we're off is if we take vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now. Are you on vacation right now?
I am.
So-
yeah, we do get the holidays off and spring break.
Okay, so everybody. So like right now, the offices are closed.
Correct.
So like the schools. Yeah.
Sounds like school.
Yeah.
Like the public
Yeah.
schools.
Well, it depends what school you work for also. KCK doesn't do that. I mean, you get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but I took 2 additional days off to get the whole week off.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you girls have any hobbies
Mine's just still...
besides drinking
and partying.
and partying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any hobbies like after work? I mean, you go home, let the milk cows or anything like that?
Chase after
Throw
chickens.
rocks at dogs, anything like that?
No, not right now. But I think I'm gonna get into more gardening and
Are you?
posting and things like that. Yeah,
Because those grocery stores are pretty far away from you.
they are.
So now you're
mean,
gonna
To
have
grow
to.
your own produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to be more sustainable, to know like what goes into your produce,
Right.
because you don't know what's out there and the stuff that's sprayed on there. So
So do your own garden, because I know you post on social media and stuff the things that you grow and
I have an indoor
marijuana and stuff like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I have an indoor and outdoor tower garden.
Yes.
So that grows without soil and dirt. So my outdoor one, mainly in the spring, summer, a little bit in the fall. And then my indoor one, I grow more lettuce and herbs on that one. But I have not got it set up. So I'm going to get ready to.
So when's a good time to set up? Like now?
Yeah, I mean, it's all year round that you can do that. So,
So you do it anytime.
yeah, but I just haven't focused on that.
And where do you set this tower? Do you have to set it like next to a window or
The indoor one,
closet?
I have lights for it. So I'm gonna have it in the kitchen now, where I'm gonna have it. So
Okay.
There's
So that way
lights.
when the lettuce grows, it's right there in the kitchen. Just
yes,
rinse, throw it in the fridge.
yeah. Well, no, I just eat off of it. Like I don't have to even put it in the fridge.
Like a giraffe.
yes.
So you stand there like,
Actually, that's what my dog does.
Oh, yeah?
She loves the lettuce. She just stares at it until I pick it off and give it to her.
really?
Treat. She loves veggies, especially lettuce from the tower garden.
That's crazy because our dog does not like anything green.
We've tried before. Like he'll look at a piece of like fruit or like some kind of vegetable. He knows we have food.
He
So
knows
if we give
we're
it to him,
eating.
he's gonna go for it. But once he eats it, he like puts it in his mouth and it drops to the floor. He looks at it for a second, and then he looks back up at you.
So
What is this?
So a funny story, I'm making some BLTs and, we got the lettuce and, you peel, the lettuce off and he's just staring at me, smiling. So he knows that if we throw him a piece of food, he'll catch it.
Right.
So I tear this lettuce and I was like, ready, Dallas? And I throw it and he didn't move and it lands on his snout. And he's just watching me with this piece of lettuce right on his mouth.
Because he knows what it is.
Yeah, he knows what it is, and he's just like,
He's like, that's not food.
looks down, it drops to the floor, and then he stares at me,
back up at you.
smiling. Yeah, it was the funniest thing. He caught it with his face.
And see, that's Diesel. He knows what stuff is. So I dropped a carrot, and he picks it up and takes off with it. And then all
And
of a
it
sudden,
brings it back?
He brings it back like, what is this? And I'm like, dude, you're the one that took it. Yeah, so I have to go back. Yeah,
He comes back and says, "This is not that Cheeto you were eating."
Exactly.
Yeah. So my dog's name's Kiyomi, but we call her Omi for short. And carrots was one of the first things she really liked.
Oh, wow.
But I gave it to her.
Wow, you have a healthy dog. That's good.
Yeah. So I would juice, and I thought, what can I do with this extra pulp? And so I started mixing the carrot pulp with her dog food, and she tore it up.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, my
See,
dog eats socks. He shit socks. I had to help him one day to pull one out.
oh my.
He's pooping out there. I'm like, what the heck's wrong with him? And his eyes are all cross-eyed. And I walk over to him.
Strange.
And remember, for real, he was like shaking and the eyes are crossed. I'm like, what's wrong? And I go over there and he's pooping and it's just coming out. And I'm like, oh, man. So I had to reach and grab it and like, I thought I was doing a magic trick.
Was it one of your long
It was a long sock. I was like, all right, there it is. I found the other sock that I've been looking for.
You're just standing there pulling.
I know.
He felt violated.
He did. He did. And he kind of just looking at me like, what are you doing back there? I'm not trying to help you. Pulling out the sock out of his ass. Yeah. So your dog's name is Omi?
We call her Omi.
Omi. Like
Yep.
you owe me some money. Omi. Woo! And then take
Omi
off
the
running. Omi and Diesel.
Yes.
And Diesel's because that's a huge ass dog.
Yeah.
What's it weigh? About
6 pounds.
6 pounds.
Yes, and he's mean as hell.
I know. It's a little cute dog, but man, it's an ankle biter.
He is.
You better be wearing some long socks because it'll tear your ankles
some
off.
thick socks.
Or boots. You
Yeah,
better come in
steel
your
boots.
in your Kanye's
Yeah.
or whatever kind of boots. So not Kanye's. Timberlands? No.
Still boots.
Steel toes?
DeCaigny's?
No, not the Kanye.
Yeah, he's very just overprotective. Diami is what it is.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, with me, he just knows better.
Yeah. You guys take them out.
We do.
Keep them in a little kennel in your purse.
No, no.
Is that a kennel or is that a purse? What are you carrying there, woman?
No, he's in a little harness. Yeah,
But you could probably put him in a purse, right?
we have.
Yeah.
We have like when we've gone
Like
on
a tote?
vacation. When we got on vacation and put him in a little bag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There he goes. Doesn't really like it, but whatever.
That's cool. We got to get our dogs together. See how they interact.
No.
Our dogs are so different.
They're so protective.
No, so
Because Letty's dog will look at my dog and say, "You're fat because you don't eat right, you eat unhealthy."
No, so Diesel is over. He feels he needs because he's a smaller dog.
Yeah.
He feels that a bigger dog's gonna
Zach.
just
Yeah, they
attack
felt
him.
threatened.
So he starts automatically starts defending himself. He just starts barking. But a smaller dog, he's fine. He won't go after a smaller dog.
A smaller dog than him?
Yeah,
That's a mouse
or a little bit smaller,
Or a
bit
gerbil.
bigger than him.
or a rat or a squirrel. Those are dogs.
He won't go after a dog like that.
Really?
Yeah. When we went to Houston, we met up with one of our friends, and he had a little Chihuahua mix.
Yeah.
And we left them both out in the back. They were okay. At first, we're like, oh my God, the Diesel's just going to attack him.
Yeah.
No, he was fine.
Yeah.
But he sees their bigger dog. He literally starts barking, and then he squats and shits. We're like, oh.
He starts pooping right there. Literally scared the shit out of the dog.
And that's why we started laughing. Diesel's like, oh my God. And he started barking, and we're like, Joe, sorry, Joe. He's like, no, it's really scared the shit out of your dog, didn't it? We're like, yeah. We're like, poop bag. So we picked it up and whatever. But yeah, it's
That's
what
funny.
happened.
Diesel starts barking, and all of a sudden, boy, wait.
Yeah. But yeah, the smaller dogs, he was fine. We took him to the beach, and him and the dog were fine. They were on, but it's just the bigger dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What beach is that out in Houston?
We were down over in,
What was that?
Did you go down to Galveston?
yes,
Galveston.
Galveston.
Nice.
Exactly where we were at. Yeah, it was nice. We went there in December, and then we went in March for spring break. Diami's cousin lives out there, so we went to go visit him during spring break in March. So we were out there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And we met up with Kimball Anders.
Oh, really?
Yes. Kimball Anders is a personal friend of mine, so we went
Yeah,
and met up.
okay. Well, what's funny about that is Marcos and his son were friends, which is Watson. Israel.
Oh.
I don't know if you know. His son. Yeah, Israel.
Name escaped me. Now I know it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. The ex.
So you remember you guys in school, Israel brought his dad to Blue Jacket. Mm-hmm. And what grade were you guys in? Fifth, sixth grade, maybe?
It was between obviously first and sixth. But,
right.
I don't remember specifically, but yeah.
Yeah, Kimball Landers. That's right.
So I've known Kimball since I worked at the Hyatt back in 2005.
Okay.
And so we've been friends since then.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was actually originally supposed to go to the game November 6th when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame out there. But our neighbor at the pool, he passed away, so I went to his funeral.
Oh, okay.
So I went to that and I sent him a message and said, hey, sorry I couldn't make it. I know I was supposed to be there and, party on with you. But,
Where was this party at? Or this?
Well, it was there at the game. And they did it during halftime
Oh, there
at the game.
Okay.
All right. So for people that don't know names, maybe you should share who this person is.
Kimball Anders.
Yeah, Kimball Landers.
Yeah,
He's
for people that don't know.
Number 38 Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so Letty, you didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, for the viewers,
okay.
the listeners.
For the viewers, not me, of course, but for the viewers.
True
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs fans would know that, but you guys, you're a Cowboy.
Yeah, but Kimball Landers, because I remember seeing him. I can't say that I talked to him, but I think I saw him at the school when his son and Marcos. And I got to coach his son in basketball. He played basketball for us, for the team that I had, and Kimball Landers would show up to a game or two, when he wasn't busy.
Should we get him for the pod?
Huh?
Should we get him for the podcast?
Who, Kimball Landers?
Yeah.
Can we get Kimball Landers in here? That means no.
No.
Maria.
I can ask him.
Oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
I'll ask him.
Nah, that's cool. I'm still trying to get Trent Green in here. My sponsor. Shout out to Moonlight Liquor. He the owner knows Trent Green.
Well,
Trying to get him in here.
Duran Cherry too.
Duran Cherry.
Yeah, I have his number as well.
Do you?
He's a friend
All right.
too.
Man, I'm showing my age. Sorry, Letty, but these are a bunch of old guys, just like me.
You remember I introduced you to Duran Cherry. Remember we got those tickets over? This was years ago when Hy-Vee Arena was Kemper Arena back then. And remember how when I was working at the Hyatt, I used to get those tickets. We had basketball tickets, and it was KU at the time. At the time, you and I were not K-State fans,
Right.
but then we became K-State fans. Anyway, being said, remember we couldn't find our seats? Do you remember that game?
Man, make me.
Let me tell you that. So we got tickets, and it was in the middle of the day. I couldn't find anybody to go to these. It was the what games were there? Was a college games, obviously, and I couldn't find anybody to go. My brother couldn't get off, and you said you had time off or something. I called you, and you said, "Yeah, I can get off. It's a Big 18 game, I think it was, or the Big 12. I can't remember." And we couldn't find.
It was a Big 8.
Okay.
It was a Big 8.
And we couldn't find our seats. And he says, these are fake tickets. These are fake tickets. And I said, these are not fake tickets. We couldn't find our seats. And I kept saying, I go, look, my boss, the food and beverage director, gave me these tickets. And there was only 2. And he said, and he kept saying, well, we can't. And we went all the way down to the bottom, like right where the first row, where the seats were. We're like, he says, they're not these tickets.
Because he said those receipts were for the players.
Yes, and he goes,
We were literally on the court.
No, he said, and I go, we need to go ask one of those guys. We got to ask those guys. He goes, no, these aren't tickets. I think your boss gave you wrong tickets. I go, we need to ask those chaperones.
I said, we were scammed.
And he goes, and I said, let's just ask those guys. And so we asked one of the chaperones, and the guy goes, the tickets are right here. So he opens his gate, and we're literally right behind where the cheerleaders were. And he was like, are these real tickets? I go, obviously we're going right there where the court size were. He goes, holy crap, these are real tickets. I go, oh no, they're fake tickets. You kept telling me this whole time we're trying to find these tickets. We were going up and down, up and down. I was like, dude, I'm getting tired. So he finally opens the gate and we go down there and we're court size. And he said, these are badass tickets.
I said, these are badass tickets, even though it's the third quarter now. We missed half of the game looking for seats.
And then all of a sudden he's like, I want to sit on the end. I go, so you can see the cheerleaders? He goes, well, yeah. I said, we're here for the game.
You already missed most of it by that point, so might as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Kemper Arena, good days. And speaking of the Kemper Arena, remember when we went to the New Edition concert? You remember that? Me, you, and Lisa?
Yeah.
Man, that was the first time I saw it. No, that was the second time I saw New Edition because I think I saw them in
We were at
Worlds
T-Mobile.
of Fun. I saw them in Worlds of Fun. You remember New Edition?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
I remember the name, but I can't tell you the
Okay.
song.
No, we were at T-Mobile.
No, but the very,
very
first
first one.
time. Yeah, I don't even know if you remember that because you and Lisa went and Sandy actually dropped me off.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
That was a long
Can we
time.
get like how many?
Probably
years ago,
19.
No.
What?
80.
89, 88. I mean, yeah, Sandy and I weren't even
Years
married yet.
ago, yeah.
Yep. So
But when
we got dropped off.
The last time we saw New Edition, it was at T-Mobile. It was Sprint Center then,
So
before
you-
we went to T-Mobile. They were here. Houdini opened up for them. Yes.
Yeah, not the magician,
I know.
the group.
Yeah,
group,
friends.
yeah.
How
Well,
many
we went
of
to
us
dinner.
have the
Speaking
Yes.
of magic, I pulled a sock out of a dog's ass.
So we went to dinner and it was Loretta and all of us. And he was like, where's your tickets? We go, we don't know where our tickets are. How do you not know where your tickets are? I go, we don't. We just know by a friend. So he goes, well, let us know.
Here we go again. A friend got us tickets, and we're trying to get him.
He kept telling myself and Lisa, let us know where your tickets are and send pictures. We were second row from the stage. And I kept sending pictures and he kept saying, God, those are cool. And then after a while, he's like, stop sending pictures. I go, you told me to send pictures.
This-
They were on the back.
This is
He was getting
bullshit.
mad.
When was that one?
I don't know. Maybe
The last
it
time
was
they were
before COVID.
Way before COVID.
Yeah,
About
I don't know.
8 years ago.
Something like that.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still been a minute since they've been back, or since they were
Yeah.
Yeah.
still together.
Do you remember? Like, cool it now. Ooh, watch out, Mr. Telephone Man. Mr. Okay, we can do the whole album.
You don't remember New Edition?
I'll start singing. You're gonna start dancing. So
That's so funny that you bring that up, though, Dad, because
What's
you
up?
talked about before. You see concerts at Worlds of Fun. When Worlds of Fun was a happening place, dance competitions.
you girls remember Worlds of Fun, right?
Yeah. But we went to go see that one group too at Worlds of Fun. That you were so in love with one of the members.
The Jets.
Yes.
The Jets.
Yes.
Yes.
Because they couldn't stop staring at me. The girls I'm talking about. There's like 2 girls and they had like 5 brothers. Yeah.
Wow.
You ever heard of the Jets?
The Jets? No.
No. Not the football team.
I don't know how that one. I don't know how
You
that
remember
one
the Jets,
kept,
Letty?
I don't know how that one kept saying. He kept saying, "Oh, she's looking at me." I'm like, "Yeah, we're behind the fence. She can really see you, my deal."
Yeah.
That's funny, though. It's amazing how many events happened at Worlds of Fun back in the day.
Back in the days, there was always concerts at Worlds of Fun, though.
Yeah.
I wish they still did stuff like that. That'd be pretty sweet.
When was the last time you girls gone to Worlds of Fun? Do you remember?
I went to Oceans of Fun last summer. Oh yeah, it was last summer
Yeah.
in Worlds of Fun, but I can't ride any of the rides anymore.
Worlds of Fun, probably, I don't know, 12 years ago, maybe more.
I remember going back. Do you remember going back when they had mascots? Worlds of Fun used to have mascots, like these giant animals, like a raccoon and a bear, and they were the scariest looking. And they smell really bad. All mascots stink. All of them.
the sweat?
I know. They all stink.
They stink and you don't like them.
I don't like them. I mean, like Casey Wolf, like when he does appearances, take a whiff when he's near you, just
Gross.
and then say you stink
Is that, yeah, you like to smell them?
because they're always on me. Like Slugger, I tell a story about Slugger. AO and I went to a baseball game and we're sitting there and we're enjoying the game, and all of a sudden these 2 yellow paws are on my shoulder. I'm like, the hell? And then I smell them. Like, you stink. Get away. It was Slugger. He was real sticky.
Oh, man.
I know, that's just weird. And all mascots. And then when I was at Harmon, I got to be the mascot. I got to be the mascot for one of the state games. Remember when they were good? And I went to the game and I was like, I'm going to be a mascot. And so I had to act like a fool, running around and cheering. Yep. Couldn't see the game. Got this big old head on, and the 2 eyes were supposed to be, they're like here on my forehead. So I kind of had to it was dumb. I couldn't believe I did. So I missed the whole game. I don't even know if we won or lost.
And you smell too, right?
And I was stinky. I smelled bad. Yeah, it was really dumb.
Where'd you guys go to high school? Were you guys also Harmon as well? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
What year you guys graduate?
Let me see. Maria was 90. And Letty was 2005.
No.
Is that way off? Hold on, let me get my calculator.
You are.
You don't need your.
No, what year?
99.
99.
Was that the same as the Anana?
No, so a year after my sister.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's right, because she was the same year I was born. That's right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Good times there,
Did you guys
too.
see that when we went to Harmon to do a podcast?
I did see
You guys
that.
see that episode?
Yep.
Maria?
No.
God dang it. Where is it?
My daughter had an event.
Man, you got a lot catching up to do, girl.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, speaking of Harmon, that was fun times, right?
Yes.
Yes, you remember your high school memory? You have any good high school memories?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for me, mainly the playing volleyball with my friends. I mean, our team pretty much stayed together from freshman to senior year. And Coach Wachter, who's no longer with us, she really kept us together. Yeah. And till this day, every once in a while, we'll get together. Some of us will get together and play.
Really?
And it's funny because we're like, we do something and we're like, I can hear her yelling at us, saying this or that. You should,
Coach Joe, yeah. Let's go because Coach Joe was also your coach as well, right?
Mm-hmm. She was an amazing coach.
What was the assistant or the JV coach?
Well,
blonde hair.
When I was there, it was Miss Ford.
And she has passed.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately.
Recent.
Oh,
yes.
she did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
What was her first name? I'm drawing a blank.
Was it Lori?
Yeah,
yes.
Laurie. Yeah, Laurie. I think.
Lori Ford. I didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, how sad.
How did you know Laurie?
She was there when I was.
Okay.
She's kind of subbed with Miss Wachter.
Oh,
when I was when I played. She didn't coach full time or anything like that. You're talking about Mrs. Pittman. She married the assistant principal.
Oh, she was Cupkey.
Cupkey, that's correct.
And then
then she married in. That's who that was.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Cupkey was the cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then Margie Ramirez, she was also coach, assistant coach. She helped.
So she was already coaching when you were there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez,
she helped,
wow.
I think, maybe freshman or
Okay.
I know she was around. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's back at Harmon this year.
Yeah.
I was about to say she's still around.
Yeah, she's still
at
at Harmon.
school. Yeah, I was like, dang.
Yeah, and then speaking of Miss Ford, I remember she was pregnant and she came out pretty much the next day and practiced with us. Like,
Really?
yeah, till she gave birth and then, So she would bring her little boy around who now plays soccer.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays for the Sporting.
The Sporting?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's still with the Sporting. I could be wrong.
What's his name?
Courtney Ford.
Interesting.
And that kid was a beast.
Wow.
Courtney Ford was a beast.
That's awesome.
In
They
any sport,
they probably underestimated him because his name was Courtney.
because he was good. Any sport that boy played. Because I got to coach him. Well, let me tell you this. I got to coach him basketball and soccer. I was helping Augustine coach Augie. And there was days that if Coach Augie couldn't be there, he would ask me to take over the team. And Marty was on that team as well. So Courtney, yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Are you serious? Yeah, of course, he's your brother's age.
That's not that far from me, but I'm still.
Right, I know. But, like I said, he was a good athlete. Anyway, we got all thrown off there. We went from Harmon to Courtney.
At one point, I had record in serving, and I forgot what it is. It was like 96 or 98%. I don't know.
Did you really?
What was it? Because I remember we were playing sand, and one of the guys that played sand with us, he would always tell me when I would go to serve, come on, Miss 98% or 96%, whatever the number is. I totally forgot.
Chris?
It was Brian. Brian.
Oh, yeah.
He would
yeah, that's right.
Say, come on.
Yeah.
And, but.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
at
cool.
one point I had a record.
Well, I mean, so that record's still got to be there.
I mean, I don't know.
Right? We need to throw you in the Hall of Fame.
Maybe somebody has
For the
100% or 99%, you know?
What
And
are
it's
the
funny
chances?
because we all had nicknames on my team. We had the Dink Master, and believe it or not, you guys can laugh about this. I was Mop.
Mop? Because you're always cleaning up?
That's right. I
you're
never
always-
let a ball hit the floor.
You're always on the
Yeah,
floor.
I was always on the floor, and I wouldn't let the ball hit the floor. I was literally diving for every ball, and I would not let a ball hit the floor. It's because I was always diving for every ball, and I hit, and it was a record, and it was up there as well. I don't know what percentage was that, but it was up there as well. Yeah, it was
Well, those
up there for a
records
while.
still have to be there somewhere.
You
We're
remember,
going to have to go look them up.
what are some of the? Do you remember some of the nicknames that were passed around?
Yeah, what are the other nicknames?
Yeah, well, one. So Brenda's was okay. So Dink Master was Janelle. I was Mop, and then Brenda was Spike Master. I think it was her.
Bike Master?
Spike.
Oh, Spike Master.
The Dink Master, Spike Master, Mop, and I want to say Veronica Taylor was the server. Acer, I think. So it was kind of one of those. That's how we had our nicknames.
They sound like a bunch of pilots.
Yeah, yeah. So
I would have called her the waitress.
And I don't.
Okay, you're Maverick and you're
Yeah, we don't even know how
Rooster.
those names came up. We don't. I mean, it
Rooster,
just. I don't know if that was something Mrs. Wachter, Coach Wachter, came up with, or whatever. But that's we were like, where'd those come from? You know. And it was just like, she was always, come on, Mop. And it was like, what that, you know.
She's called me a mop?
I know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know. Like, am I cleaning the floor for us before
like
we go
she's
play?
like, what is my hair all messed up or what's going on? Does my hair look like a mop?
Yeah. So it was pretty cool, though.
So then your nickname was the server
The
master.
99%.
Server
I mean, that's
master.
something you figure out at the end of the season.
At the end of the
so-
season, speaking of remembering, what about how much do you remember about 15th Street?
So I lived there until about 12 years old. So we moved away. But yeah, that were great. They were great times. I feel that at least 4 houses were housed with the Garcia family. I mean, and it'd range up to 6 houses, and some would rotate in and out. But there was always family around there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just remember going to Franklin, Robert shooting off thousands of dollars of fireworks down the road.
Yeah. He said thousands of dollars. That's funny.
You know what was fun in the summer was when they would open up the fire hydrant.
Oh, that's right.
That's so ghetto.
But it was
That's so New York. Still
so
New
fun.
York.
that was you're right. That was the
first
coolest
I've heard of
thing.
that.
I mean, well, we didn't have the pools back then, and
Oh, there were pools, but you just didn't go to them.
well, true. But we had the fire hydrant right down there at the
No,
bottom.
but who opened it is the question.
Do you remember?
Oh, I just heard the story recently.
And it wasn't told on this podcast.
Somebody told the story.
Son of a.
Were they on? Was this person on that did it?
Well, the person that would open it for us was Brad's uncle. Remember Brad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Danny's buddy. Across the street from you guys and down the street from us, from Grandma and Grandpa's house. And he worked for BPU, I believe. It was BPU. And so, of course, he would come over and he would see our street full of kids, the whole block, full of kids. Mm-hmm. So on the hot days, he would just come over and boom, he turned it on. And then all of a sudden, the word would just spread. See, we didn't even need internet. We didn't need phones. Somehow we just heard that damn water hitting another car across the street.
Fire hydrant's open. Someone, let's go.
Yeah, the fire hydrant would turn on and boom, everybody would be out running. And
Everybody lost pressure.
I know, right?
They're like, okay.
yeah, a lot of people in that neighborhood were pissed off because their showers weren't working anymore. And
Couldn't do laundry.
A good
do
thing
laundry,
for the
yeah.
kids, but a bad thing for the rest of the neighborhood.
yeah. Oh, that's funny you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that. But yeah, you're right. And then there was times that after there, then like the next day, he would go like 2 streets down, like to 17th Street, and then open that fire hydrant.
He's wasting a lot of water.
I know, right?
Yeah. Dang,
You should have got in trouble for that.
Yeah. Maria, do you remember anything on 15th Street? I mean, when you girls would come over to the house,
Yeah.
our house.
Would we play kick the can at that night?
Yeah. See, you know what? It's funny. You say you're the second person to say kick the can, and I can't remember who was the other one that said that.
It was not
Greg?
Was it Greg?
Greg.
It
I think
was.
it was Greg.
It was Greg. Yeah, he was the one that said we used to play kick the can, and I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was just like a metaphor of something you did back then. No,
No,
you
we
really
used to-
went and kicked a can.
And spin the bottle.
Spin the body. Okay, that was another story. We'll keep that one.
I didn't know.
In silence.
Yeah, we won't talk about spin the bottle one.
Yeah, because didn't you hang out with all your cousins?
Yeah, that's what made it even crazier.
But it wasn't like that, bro. No, it wasn't like that, though. Not the stories like in the movies.
No wonder our family's so complicated explaining.
I know. Well, more so on that side.
Oh my God.
That's fun.
But we used to play kick the can a lot, though.
Yeah,
I can't believe you don't remember that.
yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Set
I remember
up fake
doing
little goalposts and you
remember
got to
doing
score.
Yeah.
all the other things.
I mean, how much was it to find
We would
a
play
soccer ball?
kickball and football and ride the skateboards.
Did
Well,
did my
you
dad
know,
ever let you
a lot
guys
though,
take a
too.
turn on the go-kart?
You remember the go kart I had?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because I think, and then after I guess outgrew it, my sister was driving it around, and all the younger crowd was using it as well, which I still fit in it, but Grandpa wouldn't let me drive it anymore.
Mm.
He said, "Here, you could drive the Pacer," and I was like, "No, I'm not driving the Pacer." Dad."
Well, I mean, and one of my favorite places was Franklin Center, just
Yeah.
being my backyard.
Yeah, literally, it was your backyard. Yeah,
Yeah. There were times where my mom said, "Oh, we need some milk. Go get some milk."
the little
Eggs,
store.
You know, it was just very
Yeah.
convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Remember-
I haven't brought this up yet, but I think
Oh,
it's
why you
my
scare
bad.
me like this? Equally.
No, I haven't brought this up yet, but I think it's kind of interesting. The fact is, like, you guys all live near 15th or on 15th, like just super close. You guys were all within the same vicinity of each other. Was there at some point just a certain, like, all the parents, obviously, everybody's parents, like, at some point were all these houses, like, was this like a newly renovated area that just a bunch of houses went up?
No.
Well, then how did everybody get these houses? How did everybody live so close? How was there such a...
Yeah, I don't know. Well, back then, I didn't know.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because, like, man,
Just an old neighborhood.
even so, it's like
Because on
there's so many
15th
houses.
Street.
Because on 15th Street, I mean,
Just a business.
Tio Tonio and Tia Licha, I think they lived there first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved across the street. And then, of course, next to Tio Tonio was Tio Juan. But then down the street, you guys, your mom and dad moved there.
Well, I heard there were a couple houses up from you guys, and then they moved to that house.
Who did?
My parents, before I was
That's
born.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you are so right. Yeah, they lived 2 houses up the street. And then they moved across the street.
Well, I'm just like, they're
That's
like,
crazy.
Just the fact that everybody was such within close vicinity of each other.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that all these houses just happen to be
And
going up for sale
Maria-
within the like close time.
And
Maria,
then
that was-
Susie lived in the house that got knocked over. It's not there anymore.
what?
Sue.
Yeah, Sue.
Oh, okay. The one
Yeah.
on the bottom corner. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Sue. Yeah, that's
She
right.
lived there.
Like knocked over by
Literally, it
construction?
just, yeah, it
Yeah.
just,
Oh, okay.
they went to
Yeah.
shit and then
Yeah.
they just,
And,
they already
you
had
know,
moved out and then they
Oh.
knocked that
When
house
you
down.
drive by, you wouldn't even know a house would fit there.
Yeah.
It's,
I know, right? It's
it's
crazy
not-
how
houses
it's
were
small.
lot is so small.
Yeah, they were so small. They were so close.
And in
Yeah.
in between the houses, that little walkway.
yes,
Oh my God.
So
You know.
small.
You're literally walking sideways.
I mean, you're walking sideways and you're like, oh, sorry, looking in their kitchen, in their bathroom,
They
and
just see
their
your
living
eyes.
room.
yeah, you can.
Oh, you can stop,
Absolutely.
watch TV. Watch
If your
whatever.
TV wasn't working that day, you just went to the neighbor's house and you're just looking
Yeah.
through the.
Well,
Yeah.
and if you had air conditioner winning unit, either you're going to duck or you're going to crawl underneath it.
Yeah, and if you crawl, you're going to get wet because
Yeah.
it's all the.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you brought up 15th Street. Like, who else do you remember living on 15th Street? Because Cousin Joe lived in that house next door to you guys, too.
Yeah, in that White House where Jerome,
Then-
and then Jerome Sue lived there in that White
Yeah.
House as well.
Yeah. And then even my other side of the family, my mom's side, Aleda lived there and her mom.
In that White House?
Yeah, the 2-story. Not right next door, but
The one next to.
next door or two.
Two-story
Or
house?
Yeah.
Which was Greg Ochoa's old house.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a two-story house. You're right.
Yep. And then Juanita used to live next door to you too. I remember her living there, directly next door. She used to live there.
No.
Yes, she did.
Juanita used to live with us.
No, but she lived next door too. I remember that.
Did you really? I don't remember that. Was I gone? Where was I?
I don't know.
I was probably working on my scholarship.
For your
Basketball. I was at Franklin working on my free throws.
on a lopsided court and goal.
Yeah.
Only on one court. You could play full court. That's what happened because when I started playing full court, I would stop at half court. Because I was used to playing half court.
Do we turn around here? I don't know what to do now.
I'd take the ball in the fast break and then I'd turn right back around and lay it in the wrong goal. Man, that's right. And then when Juanita was with us for a little while, you guys used to come over to that. And yeah, our house was like a party house. My mom and dad's house. We had a lot of kids in there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah, I would spend a night a lot, and then I didn't like doing dishes at my house, but I didn't mind doing dishes at your house.
It does something. Yeah.
It's always
Because, having company.
Yeah, because I remember I used to ask my dad, I said, Dad, I didn't know we bought a dishwasher. And he's like, no, that's Leti. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I used to call it the delicious. I used to tell my mom when I was a kid, can I wash the delicious? I don't know.
The delicious.
And then I think she was like, you're not going to like doing this anymore when you grow up. And then, I didn't. But, yeah.
That's so cute, Leti. The dishes, the delicious. Delicious. Yeah, that deserves one of these. That's cool. Yeah, but yeah, those are good times. And then there was that one time, Maria, I think you guys used to live right there at the Yellow House, right by Franklin at one time, right?
At one time, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma. With Grandma.
Oh, Grandma was there?
Mm-hmm. She was with us for a little bit. I think we were just trying to find a place to live. I think we were going to house after Grandpa passed. My mom was trying to find a place. That was pretty hard. We ended up leaving there because there's a couple of people that were getting high. It was getting really smoky up in there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I think we were passing out a little quicker than we wanted to that night. Yeah.
Everybody's really happy in your house.
Very happy. We slept very well at night.
Everybody was
Very
hungry.
heavy.
Everybody was hungry.
Yeah, we probably got up in the middle and go, we're starving.
Yeah, because I do remember going there to visit you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you're coming over so often.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about this place I just like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you moved to 38th Street after that? I mean, that's where you guys live most of the time. I remember
so.
being there a lot.
38th, that over there by
A Metropolitan?
okay, down from Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, those were the days.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember going after school. We'd go to your guys' house.
Man, I have the urge sometimes just to go by them. So because
you should. You don't know how many
renovated
times
the
I've done
house.
that.
They really actually tore down the inside of that house.
Yeah, just gutted it out.
Gutted it out just like they did your parents' house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people who own my grandparents' old house probably think we're weird because we tend to drive by there a lot and just slow down and look out the window at them. So they probably think.
Yeah, it's we do that a lot. I drive by there. Sometimes I'll sit on the porch.
While the family
they come outside and they're like,
"Who are you,
Señor? You don't live here no more." I say, "Shut up."
Yeah, I do. I just want to walk in there and just say, "Do you guys mind? This is my childhood home, and I just want to see what it looks like inside." But
to be fair, anybody could say that about anybody.
No, right? No,
get the layout of how to get inside the house.
Right.
Yes, I remember this back window. Checking if it makes sure it locks.
Right?
Yeah, this used to lock.
Yeah, and believe it or not, when I first started dating Mike, he actually went inside the house too and met Grandma. Mike was able to meet Grandma when I first started dating Mike.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
So Grandma she passed away February 23rd, 2005. So it's 17 years. Because Diami will be 17. That's how I know.
That's how you're able to keep track.
Year. Okay.
Same year. That's how I know how long Grandma's been gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So but yeah, there's moments. There's so many memories in that house. I mean, like your house. I always want to just walk up in there and just say, hi, excuse me. You know, they'll probably look at me like, you're a weird woman coming up in this house. But yeah, I really do.
You know, you need to go in there and act like you're a ghost.
What?
Right.
And they say, oh, there's a ghost in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I mean, look at all those birthday parties and stuff, family parties we've had at the, there. All our birthday parties and the big ones, when we had all those parties in the backyard and, when my mom.
The big backyard?
It was, when you're younger and you're little, it's a
you're
huge
small,
backyard.
but
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember those? We used to have those. Remember, they used to cook like las cabezas. They used to make. They used to make tacos out of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, good times. Great.
We had huge birthday parties out there. My mom used to throw those huge parties. I mean, until what, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. That was late back then for us.
Yeah. You guys ever dream about your childhood? Just have a dream and like. I do, but you know what? I dream, but it's childhood, yeah, but it's always back to high school. I'll have dreams about high school.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing. I don't dream about.
Not necessarily your childhood. No.
That's a big block.
Yeah.
That I block away, which is probably good. Which it's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a bad memory.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. But everything else is,
Yeah, I think I actually had a dream not too long ago about being at your house.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
At the one on...
on Metropolitan?
The old house.
Oh, that's funny.
Not too long
ago. This is funny because yesterday they had a fundraiser for my niece, your goddaughter, Amaya, at a bowling alley.
Oh, yeah, that was late, right?
It was late, yeah. It was a bowling late from 9 to 11, I think it was.
She's just late for...
Way out in Leavenworth. I mean, way past St. Mary's, close to the penitentiary. Right in that area. I've never been there until yesterday. So we were leaving the place, the bowling alley, and this song came on the radio. Oh. And every time I hear this song, I remember your guys' house. Nobody gonna break on my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no! Every time, it's crazy. Every time I hear that song, I remember hanging out there at that house.
Yeah.
Every time.
Is that because that song came on?
It might have been that year the song came out and it was popular and I had my Walkman and my earphones I walked from 15th Street all the way past Stanley.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's funny because every time I hear that song, I think about your guys' house and when we used to hang out. So this worked out perfect.
You remember being at a birthday party over at my house and we got picked up and went to haunted houses? Yes. And I got left behind?
Yes.
I hated you and everybody in that car. And it was funny because it was everybody that was my friends.
But you got behind in the haunted house?
We came back.
In the haunted house.
Yes.
What do you mean by haunted house?
So we had a birthday party at my house, and this girl was like, one of my friends, like, we said, hey, we're going to haunted houses. They stopped by my house, and Marty was like, I want to go. I said, these are my friends. He's like, well, I want to go. I was like, okay, whatever. So he came with, and so we all went together, and we went from haunted. Back then, haunted houses were $4.
Hell yeah.
$5. So we went. We were only going to be gone for about an hour or two. So then we go, and then some girl had the biggest crush on Mario. But we went as like pairs.
That's because you look like Ralph Macchio.
Probably. Being said, we go in and it was, so we go, and I think it was the second haunted house we went to. And it was literally at a house that was, obviously haunted. But we come this, and somehow we were like the second couple that went in. I don't know how the heck I ended up by myself. I was the last one out. They're pulling out. I can see the van pulling out. And I'm like, and I'm screaming, and this guy is coming out with the chainsaw, and I'm screaming, and then all of a sudden I see him like coming out of the van, like, we're missing somebody. Yeah, me. Anyway, so and I gotta go. I'm done. And I was so mad at him. I don't want to talk to you no more. You're not coming with me. You're not going with any of my friends. You're not going to another haunted house. So we go to some more haunted house. He goes, you can be my partner. I said, nope, I'm not going. I sat in the back seat like this.
She was pissed.
I was so mad.
How old were you how old was this?
I was
How old were
about
you guys?
13.
We're about 19.
No, we were not. We were about 14, 15 years old. Yeah. It was so funny. But yeah, it seems like everywhere we went, we were always together.
Yeah.
And to this day,
yeah.
I can't go into any more haunted houses.
I have never been since then.
So that's
Never
why
been.
that's why when I would throw those Halloween parties, Maria wouldn't show up because they were too haunted.
So let me clear up my name since he keeps saying that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nickname
Let's
purposes.
make it very-
yeah.
Okay, let's make it
Or-
official.
We'll make it official.
Yeah.
First of all, my full name is Maria de la Luz. For years, my whole family has always called me Luz, and I've always hated it. I've always thought that was always my real name because that's what I've always been called.
Yeah.
No, my real name and my first name is Maria. Being young, my
Right.
family always called me that. And now one day, my mom was like, "Oh, mija," this is when I was in middle school. I had my paperwork. We were doing something. I don't even know why I needed my birth certificate and stuff. I guess I just came across my paperwork and stuff, my social security number and everything. And I was looking at it. I was like, "What is this? Who's Maria?" She goes, "Oh, mija, that's your full name." I go, "You've been calling me Luz this whole time?" And I go, "Wait a minute." I said, "Why have you never called me Maria?" She goes, "Pues yo no sé." I go, "What do you mean you don't know?"
Yeah.
And so I've always stuck. She goes, "I don't know, mija, but that's how we've always called you." I said, "Oh, heck no." So I've never liked my middle name. I've never liked being called that. I just assumed that was my first name. So I'm like, I'm not going to be called Maria. That is my name. That's what I want to be called. I don't ever want to be called my middle name. And so because my family's always called me that, it's always been stuck. But it always seems like every new person who's like a new addition to the family, I'm like, yeah, you can't call me that. It's only my people. My family that's been grown up with me. Yeah. So I've never. I guess it's hard to say never, but I just don't like new people that's been into my family be calling me Luz. I like Maria. So
yeah. So I apologize because one time I called you Luz and you got very upset with me, like you did that day when we left you in the haunted house.
Yeah.
It was at your daughter's quince when you got on to me. Don't call me Luz. Because I called you. I said, Luz, can you come over here? I mean, just comes walking. Don't call me Luz. Nobody here knows me as Luz. Don't call me Luz. Okay, Maria. Sorry, everyone. I didn't say that.
Well,
that was funny.
At work, everybody's trying to figure out what my middle initial name because I go by Maria L. That's it. Not by my whole what's on my birth certificate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at work, everybody's trying to figure what that L is.
Are they really?
Yes.
Well, now they know.
Yep, they're going to listen to this podcast. So we're going to put it out there.
So what happens is what happens
we're
is
going to make it work.
Stop it. So what'll happen is my boss will say, "Well, I have ways to find out." I go, "Oh, go ahead." I said, "It's not on my paperwork. You want to bet?" I said, "I want to bet. I filled out my paperwork. I know what it's on there. It's just going to say L." He goes. So he does. He looks it up. He goes. I go, "It's just L, isn't it?" He's like, "Well, yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm going to look it up." So he looks up Latin names in Spanish.
Nah.
Yeah. Starts looking it up and he's like.
First one that came up was
Lucia.
I was going to say Lupe.
And he's like, starts coming up with all these names. I'm like this. No, I said, "You're not going to figure it out."
No.
And he come all these. He goes, "I'm going to find out." He goes, "I don't care what it is." Every now and again, he'll come up with the word with the letter L with the name. I'm like, I'm trying.
Just say, you know what? Stop, man. It's Larry.
Yeah.
Just say,
There's the same.
And he'd be like, "Oh, okay," and then he'll leave you alone.
So I tell him my middle name is Lawrence because his is Lawrence. His
name
is
there
Matthew
you go.
Lawrence Fritz. I go, "It's Lawrence." He goes, "What?" And I said, "Well, isn't your name Matthew Lawrence Fritz?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's Lawrence."
Lawrence. Yeah.
No, it's not. I said, "Well, them just say."
That's right. And going back to Halloween parties. Do you remember the very first Halloween party that we threw? That we had.
The
very first one, because no. The very
When you
first
lived in
Halloween
Central?
party was that we threw. Sandy and I threw, and I think Ben and Roe were a part of it as well. But it was at where?
It was at the in Argentine.
No.
Armadale?
Yes, in Armadale.
The Methodist?
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh
That's
yes, let
what
me
I
give
meant.
you a.
Yeah. The Methodist.
Yes.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at the Methodist. Okay, now do you remember what you girls dressed up like?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, what was it? Oh,
I do remember.
A Hershey's Kiss.
No.
no. Oh,
Oh. I don't remember.
such a delay.
Well, it was because
Can you edit that
brought
and make it quick?
You brought it to me. We were M&Ms. Right?
Yes. You guys are, yeah, you guys are M&Ms.
I think red and yellow.
Holy crap.
Maybe.
That was a long
I don't
time
know.
ago.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
God, I got bad memories.
we have those pictures.
Oh my God, do you really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
But I had to bring that up because you guys came in as M&Ms.
That's funny.
And then so now every time I see the M&M commercial of the two M&Ms walking, I think about you guys.
That's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, first Halloween party. Yeah, that was our very first one there. And then we were saying, man, you know what? We need to turn this into a house party. And then do you remember this? So the first house party, do you remember that one?
What year was that? No?
Oof. So it had to have been 90, let me see, 2001. I don't know. I didn't get my calculator.
Was that at the house in Central?
It was in Central, but it was at Jerry and Shelley's house right there on their hill. And then
However you pull that off, I don't know.
I know because the house is so small, but it was just
And nowhere to park.
a lot of people in that house.
Yeah.
And then we did it at our house when we lived in Central.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess later, and then we started when we moved into our new house in 2001. We started having them every year. So we're bringing that back next year.
I was going to say nothing happened.
I know it's been No, we haven't. You know what? We haven't thrown a Halloween party. The last one we threw was my dad was still with us. He was Papa Smurf.
4+.
Huh?
4+.
Well, he's been gone 5 years.
Yes, so 4+. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So these guys here at No Solutions, Marcos and Isai threw a Halloween party at my house, and they asked, and it was good, and they decorated it, and it was cool, and we're like, all right, next year.
We didn't see it.
I know. Nobody saw it, but just him and their friends and whatnot. It was a younger crowd, so I was the old man in this place, and it was cool. They had a really nice party, and like I said, the way they decorated it and they did everything. So you guys are going to decorate our Halloween party next year.
You need us to do it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not hiring you. Okay, you're just going to do it.
Telling them.
You're just going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're using your home, right? So there you go.
Yeah. What was your guys' first job? Do you remember your very first job?
Oh, yes, I do.
Go ahead.
I was 15, and it was at Dairy Queen.
Oh,
I remember those days.
It was Dairy Queen. So I was working when I shouldn't be working.
Dang. Would you have to say that you were, what was the legal age back then?
16.
Oh, it was
Still
16.
16, yeah. I lied on my application.
Yeah, so you and Rachel Ramirez at the time.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Carmen used to work there.
Carmen Vaca, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn. We used to get some free ice creams.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep. That was my first job. I loved it, actually. I love working there. Yeah. Jack and Mary Clark was the owners of that Dairy Queen. It's now a Subway, I think, isn't it?
Oh, you're talking the one off of Boulevard?
Yeah. There used to be a Dairy
wow.
Queen there.
Yeah. The one off the Boulevard. Wow. Okay.
You know, and speaking of that, I know I have a picture. Actually, it's on my Instagram.
Oh.
It's a picture of Dairy Queen, but their sign says Subway. And I remember and that was, and that was back then. I mean, it was, it wasn't that long ago, maybe 2013 that they turned it into a Subway.
Yeah, because I remember it when it was a Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very good Dairy Queen. But
No, back then when I worked, the Dairy Queen, the line used to be so long that it was causing traffic jams where the light was right there on that four-way. Because it looped all the way around. And it used to cause, I mean, every now and again, the cops would be called just to direct traffic, just for them to get around.
And you thought Whataburger had traffic.
Yeah, Dairy Queen
There's
was
Dairy
pretty
Queen,
bad. Yeah, because it was soft serve and it was right there in the corner. And I mean, it was hectic.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, so that was my first job.
What about you, Leticia? Do you remember your first job?
I remember I had, if you want to say my first real job, not real job, but a day I worked for one day. But it wasn't because I got fired. It was because it was with Juanita. She needed like a group of people to work, and I think we were prepping produce, and I think my job was to run the carrots through the carrot stick thing, and so
CNC Produce?
Yeah, right there in Armadale.
Yeah, CNC Produce.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That was like a one-day thing.
Okay. How old were you?
I don't remember. Probably 14, 15. But I think it was like...
Man, everybody's lying on their applications back then.
Everybody wanted to work. So.
I guess.
I mean, I think they just desperately need people. So I worked there for one day. But then when I went to go work somewhere with the real W-2, I worked at Hy-Vee.
Okay.
In Mission.
What did you do? Were you at a register or were you...
I worked in the
cutting meat
kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Yes.
So there was like a... what do you call it? Like a restaurant or something like that in there?
Yeah, kind of. They had like prepared salads, like Watergate salad, and stuff on the counter. And then people could order off the menu. So we would make burgers. I really like cooking off that flat top. That's where I would see the cooks, and they would make breakfast, and they had the best omelets. The way they would make it, they'd roll the egg up like a burrito. Yeah. And so that's how I make my omelets all the time now.
So now you imagine, you imagine. And then do you put them in a tortilla?
No.
Or you just eat it like that? You eat it like a burrito?
Like the egg is the tortilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, what do you put in your omelets?
Veggies.
Mushrooms and spinach, onion.
The healthy stuff.
Whatever she can grow. And
then I put bacon and sausage and hot dog and bologna and turkey.
Dang.
Chorizo.
Sounds like a discada.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about like softball family.
I know. Do you remember those games? Those games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny growing up as a kid, going to tournaments every weekend and then staying at a hotel. Like that was vacation for me.
Yeah.
Going to the tournaments.
Yeah.
It was fun. And, as I got a little bit older, I would help my dad warm up pitching, catch those. And then as I was starting to get known, I was known as Danny's daughter. That was my name. But yeah, that was vacation or visiting family in El Paso, Juarez.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you so that I'm right. Did Grandpa start at the team and then Andy? And then how did that happen?
I believe Theo Andy started the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Grandpa was more like a manager, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. But Theo Andy was the one that started the team, and he got the brothers to form this team. Yeah.
And then.
Because they were all playing on their own different teams. But I mean,
I gotcha.
That was enough to form our own team together,
So Theo Andy got it started.
Yeah.
And he was the one that came up with the name. When
yes.
all the brothers came.
Yeah. And we tried talking about how was it Los Indios? So Los Indios is from Juarez. Mm-hmm. There was a baseball team called Los Indios in Juarez. See, and I thought.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. I thought it was a soccer team. And there was a soccer team called Los Indios. And Theo Andy played for soccer.
Oh.
But from what I hear is there was a baseball team, and that's how the name came.
Okay.
Los Indios, yeah.
And so how did it get passed on to Theo Danny?
He was the younger brother, and the older brother, it was just time. Yeah, I'm done with this. And so then the next guy would take over. And then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it just trickled down from there.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll keep it together.
Right.
Hopefully it stays together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting about Theo Andy, like when I speak to, say, another well-known Mexican family or person, and I'll say, yeah, I'm part of the Garcia family. Do you know the Garcia? And usually I have to say Los Indios. But a lot of them, they would say, oh, Andy. Like
everybody remembers Andy.
Wow. Like, but he's
Hey, rest
Texas.
in peace. Yes.
Yeah. It's like he's in Texas, or Mexico, and
right?
just like he's the one over there for years, but yet they know him more than
they
the other ones.
Yeah, because he was the one that like I said, started the team, and when people had questions, they'd go to Theo Andy.
That's awesome.
He knew everybody.
Oh yeah, yep. Those are good times. I can't say I actually got to play with Theo Andy. I think he was already done by the time I got to play. Can't remember who was even running the team. It might have been your dad already had started running the team.
Yeah. But he still played soccer for many years.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe a couple of years before he passed. I mean, he was
He was
kept
still,
playing.
he was still doing his thing. Real quick, one of my last questions. You guys ever, I know you have. Have you ever met somebody famous?
Yes.
Who have you met? And then we'll go back to you.
Let's see. There's a lot of them. No. But I mean, so.
All right, Maria.
I'm just kidding. But some of the ones that stick out. And I would say mostly I met them because of Santos and the community. Mm-hmm. So when we were in Arizona, I met Shaq.
Yes, I remember.
But he met all the players. He went into the locker room and met all the players.
Yeah.
So they took him in.
Yes, may he rest in peace. And I remember that picture where Shaq had Santos sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a cool picture.
And then there was a very blurry one with me and Shaq.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, because that.
Well, anybody could say that with the blurry picture. That's definitely me right there. You can't tell? That's me. I know it's a little blurry, but that's me.
I mean, because back then the phones weren't very great.
It was a flip phone, probably, right?
It was my BlackBerry.
That and you had to stand like 10 feet back to get him fully in size.
Yes.
So maybe even worse in resolution.
Do you still have that blurry picture?
I do. Somewhere.
Okay. You have to bring that up. Maybe show it off.
And then
get a Polaroid. That way you can assign it.
Yeah. And then, so he was on a calendar with Dustin Colquitt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I have this calendar.
Yeah. So it was, he's
And then you met
Alex Gordon.
Alex Gordon.
Yeah. They did a commercial together and had some things. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then of course, Maria, you met
Nobody.
What about that time when we met Salvador Paez at that club?
Yeah.
Why does everything always go back to a club?
I know. Well, but I also met Maya Angelou. She's a poetic. I met her at the Hyatt. I met a lot of people when I worked at the Hyatt Regency Crown Center.
I guess so, yeah.
But I also met 50 Cent too. I have a picture with him.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And you remember Cisco?
Guitars?
Oh my God, Cisco, the rapper Cisco. But he was the one that came out with the song Thong.
Yeah, thong.
Yes, him, yeah. So I met a couple of celebrities. I only met him there though because just working there at the Hyatt, you got to meet. I met Sinbad too. You heard the most latest recent on him.
I know, yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah, he caught me. He was actually he was on stage at the Hyatt. He was. He had just said a speech. He was there for the Black Hispanic or the Black Chamber of Commerce.
You said the Black Hispanic. Okay, that's me right there.
I know, right? Okay. The Black Chamber of Commerce, and I was at the curtain, and he happened to be right behind because I was looking for. I thought he had gone by with the security in the back, and he actually came behind me, and he tapped me on my shoulder, and I was like, I thought it was security, and he goes, who are you looking at? And I was like, oh, crap, I'm in trouble. I thought it was security. Because I was supposed to be at the restaurant. And I happened to look there, and it was him. He goes, gotcha. I go, oh, my God. And so he introduced himself. I go, I know who you are. He goes, what do you do? And I said, I'm supposed to be downstairs. I'm the manager down at the Peppercorn Duck Club. He goes, where's the sports bar right here? I go downstairs. And he walked down the escalator with me, and I walked him down there. But he was pretty cool. But, yeah. So I got to meet a couple. Kid and Play was down there, too.
Kid and Play? Mm-hmm. He still have the high top?
No, it was kind of, it was small.
Starting to fade.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, so you got to make just a few.
Yeah, but that time that we met Salvador Perez and because you had a party.
Escobar. Yeah, my birthday party.
Yeah, it was a birthday party and
Escobar.
VIP, and then they said,
come join us.
Come
we
join
were right
us.
next to theirs.
Come join us, or how would you say, Mark?
Like, condonos.
Condonos. What?
Yeah.
What?
But you were the one that pointed them out. Remember, you're like, "Hey, those are the Royals." We're like, "Who?" And they were literally right next to our party. And then they started taking pictures. Come join us. We'll take pictures.
Yeah, that was cool.
And we're like, okay.
And they were young guys too. Mm-hmm. You know, this was of course way before. Yeah,
they were just.
And I remember I said, if you guys stick together, we're gonna go to the World Series.
I don't believe.
They did.
They did.
I don't believe he said that.
He didn't.
Yeah.
We're going to edit that part out. And we're going to make it look like I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're I know time's flying. And this is a whole lot of fun. We can sit here and talk for hours, really.
Yeah.
You know. So later on, I like to get the crew in here, you and my sister and whatever else girls do the what do you call it, night out, or what, girls night out. Yeah. Or we can get all the primas in here. See that that big room over there? Uh-huh. So we'll get all together. We'll have a few drinks out here, party up a little bit, and then we'll go in there and talk and just let it all out. And that probably won't be pretty. So you know what? We are not going to do that.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to say that.
Yeah. But this is a did you know? Mm-hmm. Okay. So did you know that cats have over 100 vocal sounds?
No.
It's interesting because
I know that?
Because if you ever listen to a cat, I mean, cats make the weirdest noises, right? Whether they're doing something bad or something good or just something silly or whatever.
When they're in heat.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're crazy sounds.
I heard they could sound like a baby crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I once house set for somebody that had cats, and I never saw them the whole time.
You never saw the cats?
No. I just cleaned the litter box. So I knew they were there.
So you knew there were cats, but you never saw these cats.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Things that make it go.
So, so you'd be sitting there watching TV, and then you turn around, and there's shit in the litter. And you're like, how did that just happen? I didn't see it.
That's some.
Oh, yeah, this is some... Oh, I should have do that when the dog shit. That was magic. Anyway. Yeah. And dogs only have 10. So cats have 100 and dogs only have 10 sounds.
I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, and here's one of their sounds right here. Yeah. Oh, that's from the other end. True or false? Butterflies taste with their feet.
True.
False.
Leti?
False.
So we have... And I'm not going to tell you who got it right and who got it wrong. So
I'm pretty sure most insects can taste with their feet. However, the butterfly tastes with...
Oh.
No, it has a tongue.
No, butterflies taste with their feet.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I thought they had a tongue.
It's crazy. Good job. It's interesting.
I didn't know they had feet.
Yeah. They even wear shoes.
Oh my God.
Did you know that the average person's... Okay, let me ask you this. You girls type?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to type, son?
Yeah, I can type. Not fast, but I can type.
Okay, I can't type for shit. I'm one of those who I look at my letters and I see them all and I go... And then I go to the next word.
Have to pre-plan out the word.
Yes. But the average person's left hand does 50% of the work.
Yeah.
In typing. Your left hand does more typing than the right hand does. 56%. It's crazy, right?
No.
So when you guys are typing, think about it. You know what? Just type with one hand.
Sometimes
and you'll see
I do
half the
that.
words come out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Ooh, that was crazy. Yeah. And that was a fun fact. Yeah. So, so are you're familiar with the Flintstones, the chewables, the vitamins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remember the old ones back in the day when we were younger? They're real chalky.
I like those ones.
Those are good.
I'll tell you a story about that, but go ahead.
Okay. Did you know that there are no Betty Rubbles in there?
Yeah. They're just all males.
No, there's Wilmas in there.
Was it?
There's one. There's
It's
no
Fred's, Wilma's, Barney's, Dino's.
No Betty?
and no Betty, but there's Wilma, right? Wilma Flintstone and Pebbles.
That's interesting.
Something about Betty they didn't like. So we're going to look into that. Chris! Oh,
It's
shit,
not
Chris
here.
not here. I forgot. Sorry, Chris. Yep. What were you going to say about that? About the...
Well, I used to give Diami Flintstone vitamins every morning when she was younger, when she was, I don't know, 5 or 6. And every morning right before she went to school, before she got, on the bus, Mike used to put her on the bus.
Okay, and these are the
Flintstone vitamins.
the chewables.
No, they were the
hard ones?
The hard ones. And, and I decided one time, you know what, I'm going to move furniture, whatever, just to kind of make the living room look a little different. All of a sudden, I'm looking at the furniture, and there's stuff that I assumed was like, holy crap, this looks like, what do you call it? Spider eggs that was stuck on the couch. And I'm like, oh my God, this is gross. It's grossing me out. It's grossing me out. And then the closer I got, I'm like, these are Flintstone vitamins stuck on the couch. Diami wasn't taking them. She was throwing them back there because she didn't like them. And there was like a dozen of them, and they were stuck on the couch. And I think if they fell, she just threw them away. So the more I looked at them, I'm like, what in the world? And I'm like, Diami, Bianca, outreach. You come down here right now. And she goes, I just didn't like the taste. They were gross and slow. That's what she was doing. She didn't like the Flint. She didn't like the bite. So I started buying the chewables, and because we were trying to get her to take her vitamin every morning. And so she didn't like those. And so that's what she was going to say. They literally look, because she would start them off at first and they look gross. Yeah, you know how they discolor? Yeah. So that's what they were looking like. And I'm like, okay. So we stopped giving vitamin. Yeah, it was disgusting.
You told her, you know, we're going to finish them right now. Grab them. You're going to eat those.
You're going to finish them.
So a fact, if you have too many of those, you can overdose.
Really?
Yep. There's a black box warning on there or something like that.
I wonder how.
I don't know how many.
Yeah, how many is you can OD
how many
with
can
those?
I eat like candy before I die?
Because like one of the things that I have are the alternatives, so we will sometimes share like.
What are they? The Jetsons kind?
Actually, what I have, sometimes they call it the Jetsons food because it's like
You're right.
Like the futuristic of
well, you didn't
your vitamins.
Okay, I guess you guys
in a capsule.
you didn't get the joke then, Dad. That's all it was. She said the alternative. The alternative to Flintstones.
The Jetsons. I understood.
Well, you didn't say anything. You just looked at me like you're confused.
You know what, Mark?
Whatever.
So yes, Jetson food.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Did you know that women blink nearly twice as much as men do?
Really?
Yeah.
Or to just keep their eyes open at their
I
camera.
don't think that's true. That's crazy to think about, though.
Yeah.
So I've counted 207.
So whatever.
308.
An hour and a half of podcast.
I've been counting them. I don't know. I've been checking.
Tallying.
Yeah. I don't know. That's funny. That's weird. Yeah. Okay. So before we end, I need favorites from you girls. Okay. Can we get there?
Sure.
What's your favorite soft drink? Go let.
My favorite soft drink.
See.
I mean, I don't drink soft drinks, but an alternative soft drink.
Oh, yeah.
I had a favorite. I don't, and that all started from volleyball. Coach Proctor says, don't drink soda, especially before games. So in high school, I don't really drink soda ever since high school as much. Why I don't order it?
Well, we are going a long way to get to the
Harmless Harvest. Harmless Harvest coconut water is my favorite.
All right.
We'll
call it a soft drink? Okay.
Yeah, it's coconut water, but it's like the best coconut water.
Maria?
Mine is just unsweetened tea.
Hold on. No, can't have alcohol in it. What is it?
It's not just unsweetened tea.
Oh.
I don't drink soda. It's either water or unsweetened tea.
Okay, so you're Coca-Cola and Letty's Dr. Pepper. I already got that written down.
Okay.
All right. Favorite fruit?
Fruit. Let's see. I don't know if I have a favorite. I like
Man, I am striking out here.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with pineapples, but I have bananas more than anything. But I put them in my smoothies. Sometimes 1 to 3 bananas a day.
Yeah. 1 to really?
Yeah, because I put them in my smoothies.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll have 2 smoothies a day, and there's a certain one where I'll put 2. So, yeah.
Nice.
Potassium.
Oh, a lot of potassium. Yeah, you must not cramp up a lot.
No, I don't.
That's good.
You should say that. Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Watermelon and green grapes.
Oh, you already have it. Watermelon and green grapes.
Yes.
Nice.
I don't do purple grapes.
Or purple watermelon.
Okay.
Yeah, the best way to have fruit is with the
Speaking of
tahini.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the tahini in it.
Have it. Oh, mango.
Did you hear about tahini?
What?
About it?
I don't know. That's just me. Favorite color?
Purple.
Green.
Green what?
Green.
That's why you can't stop staring at these walls. Huh?
Yes.
You're blinking a lot too. I noticed it. So green, really, that's good. You know what they say about green? The kids, the people who love green, they're very smart.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I always hate the color green. I could stand the color green. Anyway, Mark, what's your favorite color?
Mine's purple.
Mm-hmm.
Purple?
Purple.
Purple.
I can see that.
I see that. Purple. Okay. Now I know you girls like Chinese food, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Chinese dish or restaurant? You have a favorite restaurant? Or dish, whatever's easiest.
Or restaurant.
Or restaurant.
Or dish.
Or dish.
Or
restaurant or dish. Hell, both.
Favorite
Can't
dish
say
from
I
the
have a favorite, but if I needed to
Why
go
can't you?
eat something, it would be the chicken mushroom because it has
Because it has,
zucchini in it,
because it has
veggies.
vegetables. Ay.
Yes.
Okay, we
Yes.
get it. You love
Yes.
vegetables.
Chicken lo mein.
Chicken lo mein. With vegetables in it?
Yes. With vegetables.
Yes, see. Purple?
Yes. Mushrooms.
Yep. And your drink? Coke. You have Coke and you have a Dr. Pepper.
With the Chinese, yep.
Yeah.
No, Pepsi. I don't do
Okay, so what restaurant would you say? Now I have to ask that. Now I'm going to have to add an extra.
I mean,
Or just wherever you go, that's what you order.
I don't know.
Tokyo's Japanese Steakhouse.
Okay, that's
Japanese.
Japanese. So yeah, I say
It's
same thing.
It kind of.
Igualmente. Yeah, whatever.
You know, I like Thai food. Drunken noodles.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have a favorite spot. It kind of changes. And now that I'm closer to the South area, I tried a new place today
What's it called?
and it was good. Pad Thai.
Oh, yes, I have been there. I know I haven't. No, that's a dish that I've had. Pad
Yes,
Thai.
Pad Thai is a dish.
That's right. Shit. So
So,
I
but-
have it there, Pad Thai. I got the restaurant and the dish.
Yes.
Where are they located?
143rd and Metcalf.
All right. Got a new sponsor.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And favorite concert you've attended?
Chris Stapleton.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom. Okay.
Yeah, he was in Omaha, and Ryan happened to be working in Omaha during the time. And
Okay.
I said, I'm going to go this weekend. Guess who else happens to be there this weekend?
Nice.
And I was telling him, and luckily his friend was around that he was hearing the conversation. And I was like, no, I'm going to be tired from work. I'm working.
Yeah.
You gotta let him
And-
know. I'm not coming for you. I'm coming for
For him.
him.
Yep.
And so the next day, I guess somebody at work said, hey, I'm selling 2 tickets. And that guy said, hey, I know somebody who might want them.
Really?
And so, yeah, that
Nice.
was a nice surprise.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Birthday?
No, I just was visiting.
Just visiting.
Yeah.
And then Ryan just happened to be there.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Maria?
I'm going to stick with New Edition.
Really?
Edition.
Yeah.
The
well,
one
because
that-
it's just brings you the childhood memories, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
When
saw their
just
first
scrolling down.
edition.
And the New Edition.
Everything after.
And everything in between.
Because that was the same concert that Babyface was there, right? Wasn't Babyface? Remember that?
Yeah.
Babyface.
Yeah. I mean, but
and-
I've been like to Mark Anthony's concert. I was kind of disappointed.
Actually, I was
because
yeah, that's I remember you said because they cut it short.
It was
right?
like 45 minutes.
That sucks.
He came in.
I would be
Short
so
concert.
pissed.
He came in late, and then I mean the music was just amazing, but 45 minutes, and then I was a little disappointed. But yeah.
Like mine, I'd have to say it'd be Pitbull.
Pitbull, yeah.
The second
He's
time,
the
though.
entertainer.
Oh my god!
But
The
you know
second
what?
time I saw him in Milwaukee this summer,
Yeah,
it was such a good time.
yeah. I'm not gonna miss it next time he comes in.
Better not. I told you.
Well,
Damn it.
because if I would have known that my friend didn't actually text him,
I said, Maria, let's go.
My
Let's go.
actual
Yeah,
friend.
I'm gonna get tickets. I said they're gonna be fake seats, just like last time. Fake
Yeah.
seats.
well, yeah,
probably-
I'm just mad at Sean because I thought he had text Leo, and Leo was like, "You have my number. You should have texted me. We would have been back there." And I'm like, "I should have texted you myself." He says, "Don't do Sean. Don't call."
I know, right? Damn it,
So-
Sean.
Yeah,
It's probably good you didn't go with my dad. He probably would have forgot you.
he probably would have. He probably would have. I'm not gonna lie. He probably just said,
No.
"Yeah, yeah," just like he did at Stupid. He only remembered because he realized whatever that everybody else in there was all my friends. Like, oh yeah, I came with her.
Ladies, thank you very much for coming in.
This was awesome.
I hope you guys had a good time.
We did.
You got some catching up to do, Maria.
Yeah.
There's 27 other podcasts or
I do.
26 episodes.
I'll listen to it this week actually.
Yeah, if you get a
Something to
chance.
do
Yeah,
tomorrow.
check them
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna listen to them while I'm cooking tomorrow.
Because here a couple ago was Stu.
Yeah.
Stu and
I saw
Marlon
that.
came in. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was a fun episode.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
We need to have an
Those two-
episode where we ask you questions or people ask you questions.
Yeah.
So we know more about you.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Throw some
Got a couple
questions
more
out.
hours. Mark, we're staying. Let's go.
But I do have a question for you. What's your favorite Thanksgiving
My favorite
side
Thanksgiving
dish?
what?
Side dish.
I would have to say cheesy potatoes.
Cheesy potatoes.
Yeah.
That's because this guy makes them. He does a really good job.
Mom used to make them, then I started making them.
Mom, Sandy would make them, and then
I'd eat all of them. And so then I had to start making them.
My nephew asked me for my recipe, so I gave them my recipe.
Of what?
Cheesy potatoes.
She does make some good ones.
Yeah.
I need your recipe too.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I just recently got some mac and cheese, and they asked me for the recipe of my mac and cheese too.
Nice.
So they asked me for that, and they're like, "What are you making?" I was like, "I'm bringing the mashed potatoes." They're like, "Okay, that's a good one too." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
You just need to be quiet.
They want me to make all the sides.
Yeah, anything you make. Yep.
I'm like, "No, that's not gonna happen."
Yep.
Not doing it this year. I did it one
The
year.
only good thing I make is cheese dip. Yep, that's the only good thing I make.
Yeah, that's a hard burn, but it's good.
All right, we'll end it on that. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
This was awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you. I appreciate it.
This was
Mark,
awesome.
this was good.
Yep.
Everything went well.
Yep.
Before our little shoots was cool. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, I probably won't.
I'll explain it. But
We'll do that next time.
all righty then. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until then, adios.